Hi, my name is Heather Mackey. I'm the owner of Rare Bird Medicine. Today I wanted to talk about chewing unknown fruits. What? What is this fruit you want me to chew that I don't know? Here's an idea. Let's try something new. So, two-leggeds can really be creatures that prefer comfort, prefer the known, prefer that which they're acclimated to. Because with the known, there's no mystery. If you know that you like this particular type of chair and this particular type of viewing of something or form of entertainment, and you like this particular type of dinner, and you have all those things, then you know what to expect from the chair, from the dinner, from the form of entertainment. There's no unknown, no surprises. You know the response it's going to elicit in you to have XYZ meal or XYZ form of entertainment or XYZ comfortable place to sit. so you know what to expect. And that can create a certain quality of comfort. It's like, I know what emotional or visceral response will be elicited from me in relationship to this thing that I'm quite comfortable with, I'm quite familiar with. However, when you do something new, you expose yourself to the possibility of a lot of different responses. If you try a new meal, you don't know what it's going to taste like. You don't know what how your taste buds are going to respond and what it's going to feel like you. And what if you don't like it? And well, what if you love it? What if you freaking love it? There's the other side of that coin. So that when it comes to unknowns, there can be a quality of like, no, I'm good. I haven't tried that, and I'm good. I don't need to. I read an amazing book. Jimmy Curtin, I'll give credit to, drew this book to my attention. It's called Undoing Yourself by Dr. Christopher S. Hyatt. Most people that, if they were to buy this book and read it, would find something in it offensive. No doubt. Dr. Christopher S. Hyatt is a very left of center thinker. He thinks in extremely unconventional ways, which is one of the things I love about him. And one of the things he was saying is like, you have done yourself in. You basically have put yourself inside of a box and you have said, I am this kind of music. Heather is, punk rock, new wave music, and underground hip hop. And that's who she is. And like, I am this style of dress. I'm these types of foods. I am this kind of entertainment. I am blah, 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 blah. I'm this label. I'm this genitalia. I'm this race. I'm this blah, blah, blah. Here's all my labels. Look, here's my labels. Let me get my box. Okay, so there's a quality when you really, what he kind of teaches is that when you step into your belief matrix of like, this is my belief matrix, this is the truth of me, this is how I identify self, this is what I am. And yes, oh, you also like punk, oh, you also like underground hip hop, oh yeah, I feel you. Oh, you also love quantum mechanics, oh my God, yeah, I feel you. Oh, you want to talk about the stock market or, like your sporting team and their eventfulness recently? I don't feel you. Like, no, like, hard pass, like whatever. Teach their own. You may have had some opposite feelings on each thing that I said there. But that's the point, is that to that degree where you're like, I am this and I'm not that, to that degree you've put yourself in a box and you've limited yourself. So what he says is like, if you are like, I'm a hardcore atheist, blah, 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 God is dead, start going to church every Sunday. Try a different church every swinging Sunday. Go to Unity, go to a Baptist church, go to a Muslim faith tradition opportunity, some Friday prayer group, go to a Sufi meditation. Start exploring what's out there if you think you're an atheist and you think you're right. If you like have to go to church every Sunday or you're not a good person, then don't go for a minute. Then don't go. Because you are in a box of the rules that you have to follow in order to be lovable, in order to be worthy, in order to be acceptable, which is minimizing the expansiveness of your expression and what it could hold. Like if you could expand into the unknown, if you could expand into offering yourself some non-rule following, you might find that you're much larger than you ever thought. And you might learn some things that you like that maybe you didn't anticipate. So, he's like, if you never wear pink, start wearing it every day. If you wear it all the time, start wearing black or, whatever. Just get yourself out of the box you find yourself in. When I read this book, I was dating the person that mentioned it to me, and they were like, let's practice some of this. I was like, okay, fun. I love an experiment. So I'm somebody who's always been deeply metaphysical and have participated in many different spiritual opportunities. I used to go to Sufi meditation. I used to go to like Tibetan Buddhist gatherings, and I've done a lot of different focuses and a lot of different more spiritual faith traditions. But I didn't go to like religious organizations because I have found them to be riddled with rules to follow and a lot of judgment to follow if you don't follow the rules, which I don't find to be a spiritual practice. I've never found judgment to be a spiritual practice. So what I did, the person I was dating was an atheist. So both of us didn't go to religious organizations. So we started going on Sunday to this mega church where you like testify, you like put your hands up, you do all this stuff that I've never done in my life, like drink the blood of Christ, like take this grape juice and this bread and stuff that I think historically would have made fun of, because it's like, what are you doing? Or like, what is your actual spiritual practice? What is this? Like, I didn't understand it. And what we don't know, we tend to want to judge. It's like, I don't know it. I don't understand it. So then let me just make fun of it. And it actually gave me like greater empathy and compassion and understanding. I was like, oh my God, this is fun. Put your hands in the air, just wave them like you don't care. Like I was like, oh my God, I get a snack. What? It was just like so left of center of anything I had ever done. I also didn't wear pink at the time. I was like so hardcore punk rock and like wore all kinds of black and like my hair's purple and like up yours. So like started wearing pink, started feminine it up and I was not a huge fan of feminist, this marketed female. Like, I was real like, screw this marketed female garbage, But I started to embrace it instead of judge it. So it really gave me the opportunity, chewing on this unknown fruit, to expand my ability to accept more of the all. It gave myself the opportunity to get out of the box I found myself in, and to step towards new experiences that offer myself to have a little bit less unknown by willingly exploring the unknown and taking a compassionate, caring, open look at it, So, yeah, I'm just thinking today about chewing unknown fruits. Today I went on a 3-hour hike, which would have been a 6-hour hike if I wasn't teaching class tonight. Let's be real, I had to force myself to turn around and get off the mountain because I knew I had to teach class. But so like, I know I love to hike. I know I love quantum mechanics. I know I love spiritual studies from any, specifically mystical faith traditions. And I know that I love these things. I know that I love nature and plants and animals. I know that I'm going to do those things. There are things I can do that would completely surprise me, that would be completely new, and therefore potentially not only pull me out of the box I find myself in, that I've placed myself in through my label making, but expand me into new experiences that could be quite rich. I've done this with friendships for a long time. Like, I have always seen my circle of friends and my opportunity to be friends to be very open to anyone. You don't have to like a certain type of music to be friends with me. You don't have to follow a certain philosophy to be friends with me. You don't have to agree with me to be friends with me. You don't have to be my age group to be friends with me. You don't have to be my culture to be friends with me. I've always been very open in the realm, and I've always considered my heart very truly loving and truly genuinely meaning like, no, I love you, neighbor, landlord, mailman, whatever it is, like staying more receptive and unconditional love to receiving people where they are. It's not like, oh no, my friends have to like this kind of music. They have to be in this age range and this level of cool, which, cool is something I've never wanted to be. God willing, may I never be that, because what a ridiculous, foolish game. Like, what is cool? Like fishing could be cool to somebody and it could be the coolest, and they can have several people that agree that's the coolest. And to me, not cool at all. Like, super boring, not great idea of how to spend your time. But what do I know? You know what I mean? So it's like, cool is a judgment that's ego-based, and it depends on the matrix you place it in as to whether or not it's true. Sports is super cool to a lot of people. Not cool to me at all. Not interesting even a little bit, Doesn't make me right, doesn't make them right. It's just a judgment. It's an assessment of the ego. So there's this quality of, you can chew on unknown fruits when it comes to friendship, where you don't cause connection and friendship to have to look like what you perceive is hip or neat or with the times based on what you value. You can go, actually, I'm going to stay really open to being friends with anyone that comes in, and I'm going to trust that there's great beauty in the diversity that's available to me if I stay receptive in the friendship sector and allow diversity in. So long as the friendship is one that engenders more love, more truth, more connection, more growth, more intimacy, more intimacy and connection, then yeah, great, I'm going to allow it in. And that all depends on your value system, what you seek. Those are things that I seek, is greater closeness and connection. Today's strange fruit that I'm offering you is to chew on some unknown fruits, some fruits that you don't chew on. Are there certain colors, certain fashions, certain styles you refuse to engage with? Give it a shot. See what you think. Are there certain philosophies you do or do not touch? Give them a shot. See what you think. I'm inviting you this day to expose yourself to the unknown so that you can really step out of, I am this. Like, how do you know what you are until you've experienced more of the all that's available? You might be a phenomenal, adept, skilled rock climber. But if you think that you don't like going hiking, or you don't like being in nature, and no, I'm always like at home doing my makeup, whatever, and you don't expose yourself to that, then you don't know. But then you get out there and you go hiking, and then you start bouldering around these rocks, and you're like, oh my God, I love this. It like gets my adrenaline going. So I'm inviting you to think of anything you've judged today. This is usually how I apply this. Anything you've judged. Some things I've judged. Disney music. Judged it a lot. Like super child baby music. What is this? Like, I don't, ugh. Like, give me some underground hip hop. Give me some like new wave, some punk. Give me some, but I got to work with a bunch of women that love Disney music, and it lit up their hearts, and it lit up my heart to watch it light up their hearts. So I got to appreciate that topic that I judged. And I think being on the shamanic path, you're given the opportunity, really any judgment you hold, to really face it and find the beauty in it. Because one of the things you do on this path is learn to step away from judgment and to step always towards greater acceptance and unconditional love, and understanding. And understanding stems from greater exposure to the unknown. So is there anything you don't know? Is there a culture of people you don't know? Is there a way to make friends with people that are in that culture, to learn about that culture, to come to know it? Is there a language you don't know that maybe interests you? A style and type of dress you've never tried? Are there foods you've never tried? Are there ways of being, I'm not a huge fan of like investment and banking. So I've started working with the stock market. I've got my dear shamanic friend here in Albuquerque aiding me to focus on aspects of my business that I don't really care about that. I just want to like connect with like minds. But in order for business to grow, you have to think about like, can they find me on Google? And some of these things that she's beautifully teaching me. So my invitation today is to chew on some new fruit you've never tasted. You might find it is just the nectar you've been looking for. Blessed be.